For more than 2 decades, Community Housing Innovations has been at the center of helping New Yorkers when they needed it most.
Everyone has a housing journey, from the unhoused to homeownership. And our mission, our purpose is really to help people along that journey.
Under the robust leadership of Chief Executive Officer Ron Abad, CHI has supercharged its mission in recent years, expanding its reach to meet the growing needs of its community.
At the end of the day, we want to have more fruit like that. We want to see more of that, more families stabilized, coming together, having a sense of their home, their own home. That's what we're about, really providing and supporting people in their own housing journey. And housing, the housing we provide, that's what we aim for, really. And this particular theme of our gala this year, the housing journey, is that all of us are in a housing journey. All of us. Until, from the day you're born until the day you die, you are in a housing journey.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
When Catherine Garcia met with CHI officials, she was at a place on a housing journey where she needed a helping hand. She and her 8-year-old son, Sebastian, had been living in an emergency shelter for 8 months. With CHI's help, Catherine moved out of that shelter and into a brand new apartment at a CHI-managed property on Carpenter Avenue in the Bronx.
I was nervous, but I was ready. I had everything prepared.
We're almost done, Charlie says. I want...
It was about my son having his own space. Because the same way my mind was all over the place, his mind was all over the place.
She did this all for me because she didn't want me to feel like she wasn't treating me good.
It's the apartment building I grew up in, right here. It hasn't really changed that much. I went to elementary school right there, PS103.
For Abad, CHI's mission is close to his heart. In every client's story, he sees his own.
We had a Section 8 apartment here. Wow, it's actually the building I grew up in from ages 10 to about 17, formative years here. The family, it just brings back so many memories, wow.
So it's proud to see that we opened a permanent residence for formerly homeless families in a neighborhood that I grew up in.
CHI's mission is to meet clients wherever they are on their housing journey. For those who dream of home ownership, CHI has created a pathway through counseling, education, and grant assistance to turn those dreams into reality.
I always wanted to be a homeowner. CHI provided me with people that were experts in their area. Everybody that I've dealt with through the CHI program were invested in my success. I would not be in my dream home without CHI.
It's a cliche that's used, but it's real. It takes a community, right? It takes partnerships. M&T Bank, we can't do it without banking partnerships. Money is good when used in the right way, right? So we honor them. We honor Tyree, who's their senior vice president. She's a leader in the region, leader in banking. So why not celebrate that? It takes friendships, it takes collaboration. Jocelyn Carter represents the best of that.
We run the shelter system, and we couldn't do it without providers. And CHI is a provider that stepped up to the plate. They expanded their role with us, opening sites that are well-run, sites that really care about the people that they work with and work for. I put myself in the shoes of the folks who come to us. When I look to these families, I know that this could have been me. And so what I want for the families that we serve is the same exact experience and opportunity that I had.
So I said, we gotta honor her, And we honor Sharanda, our own employee, CHI Employee of the Year. It's been with us over about 20 years. Started out as an assistant accountant and now the controller.
I've been with CHI for almost 23 years. I take a lot of pride in the work that I do here at CHI. We have to make sure that the mortgages or the rents on the properties are being paid so people can continue to have housing. It feels good to be able to work for an agency that's deeply devoted to make a difference in people's lives.
That hasn't changed. See, that will never change, right?
Despite the uncertain times in which we live, Ron Abad and the staff at CHI have never been more hopeful. never more certain that they are on the right track, fulfilling their core mission, one housing journey at a time.
You have no other option. You gotta stay optimistic. Why? When you're fortunate to be a leader, right, and you've come the hard way, and you've had your own housing journey, you could only be optimistic. I've experienced challenge. I've seen it. I've struggled as well. I've struggled even buying a new home recently, right? Personally experienced it. And I'm the leader of an organization that does housing. So I have no option, no choice but to be optimistic, to be confident and full of vision for us to work together.